Well, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Crafts with John. Vertical view today, right? I'm going to do something interesting. It's Friday Follies, as we know. And, like my good friend Green Day reminds us, and I didn't put the quote on the screen, but you remember it from before. He says a good strategy with a sprinkling of crazy makes for a fun time. So today's going to be a strategy day. And what I'm doing actually is I'm in the middle of filming a series for the ProCraps channel of vertical videos like you're about to see here, where it's called Pocket Craps. And my idea is to have like a 5-minute, not even 5, maybe 2-minute video of all the strategies and like quick things, like in your car on the way to the casino or taking a leak in the casino. You can watch your phone real quick and remember how to play that one thing I was talking about. So I'm going to film a bunch of these things. I've got 1 or 2 in the books already, but I thought it'd be kind of fun today because I'm going to be gone, obviously. This is Friday. You're watching this on Friday. I'm actually watching it with you. I'm in the chat. But I'm going to film it right now. I'm going to film like 2 or 3, if I can, of these strategy little videos right now live. And what I do here, hopefully I get a good take or two. I'm going to put those into the actual video. So if you're watching me here, you're seeing me actually, I'm going to like peel the onion back and like film myself, filming myself essentially. So I'm going to switch to the view that's the table, and you'll see the little, like the words that come up and stuff like that. I'm going to try and get 2 or 3 strategies filmed this morning. It's going to get boring. Don't leave yet, but it might be kind of funny too. I don't know. It sometimes takes me 10, 15 takes to get it right. Sometimes I get it right in the first shot. And if we do, then this is a short video today. But if not, I'm going to be filming these things and swearing like a sailor back here. So you'll hear all the way that I do things and sort of get to watch the way I film a video, and you can see the kind of what goes into making some of these things. So with that said, let me switch over to a different view here, and let's take a look at what I'm going to run through. So I'm going to actually run, if I can do it today. I've already done the 410 Bank Street. Maybe we'll do the double trouble strategy. We may do, let's see, I may do the offensive line. I may do the southern border, and I may do the permanent press. I'm going to probably do the southern border first because it's the one that I'm pretty sure I can knock out the quickest. And so again, these strategy videos are going to look like this. Again, they're designed for your phone. They're designed to be a couple of minutes at max. So I'm going to talk pretty quick as we go through these things. And again, try and keep myself on point if I can. And let's hope that we can get this right. So here I go. This is going to be Southern Border Strategy Take 1. Let me get a drink of water here and see how this thing goes. And again, apologies for the weird pauses and stuff like that. You'll notice too that I'll clap a lot. When I get a good take, I will clap, and that's my indication to myself that I got it. Or at the very least, I want to restate something. So again, bear with me and my weird habits here as I do this, but this is how these things get filmed. All right, here we go. Southern Border Strategy, Take 1. Let's get a shipwreck out here. Let me see where that's going to fit the best. I think it's going to go right there. That's a good spot for it right there. Okay, that'll be the permanent chip rail spot. Let me get reds. Yeah, we'll do reds. Okay, here we go. Southern Border, Take 1. Excuse me. All right, the Southern Border Strategy is one of my favorite fun, simple ways to play. It's basically an 8-unit strategy. So whatever unit size is, if it's nickels or quarters or blacks, whatever you're going to do, it's an 8-unit play. Super simple. We wait for a point to get established. Let's just pretend that it's the 9 for now. Okay, the point's going to be a 9. What you're going to do is follow this progression of bets at these ratios. Your first bet is going to be 3 units in the don't come. I'll spread them out so you can see them. 3-unit don't come bet. You're at risk here, by the way. This is a tough place to be. After the point's established, the 7's going to get you, as will the 11 while you're in here. You can opt to use your other 5 units, to maybe lay against the point or some other number while you're coming out. So it's not a terrible play with 3 units in there to take, I don't know, maybe 3 units or 4 units or whatever and lay the 6 or the 4 or something. I'm not going to say that. I want to get the ratio right. Let me restate that. Let's see. If we have 5 units, your best play here to protect 3 is going to be, be nice to have a sixth chip. Let's get a 6th one. And I'll say that this is a 9-unit optional strategy. Just to make that point. All right, we're going to reset it. Spread out so you can see them better. Okay, here we go again. All right, Southern Border, take 2. The Southern Border strategy is one of my favorite simple kind of quick hitter sort of strategies. It works like this. It's basically an 8-unit outlay per try it again. The Southern Border strategy is one of my favorite quick strategies. It's pretty simple to play. I like the fact that it's scoped to a certain number of units and it kind of follows a decent little rhythm. So here it goes. It's essentially an 8-unit per shooter strategy. Now I've got 9 chips in here. I'll show you why in a minute. And what we're going to do is allow a point to be established. We don't care what it is. We're going to bypass the come out roll. We're going to work the don't come and the come. And the way that we do it is a very specific series of bets at a very specific set of levels. And it starts out like this, a 3-unit don't come bet. We'll do 3 units in there. Now, right now, with the puck on and you're betting here, you're liable. You're risking your damn it. I gotta restart that. I gotta give myself more pauses. Let's go again. And the puck was on anyway, so it was stupid. Here we go. The Southern Border strategy is played very simply with 8 units in your rack. It's a pretty simple way to play. For frick's sake, I want to get right to the point. Here we go. I should have a script. The Southern Border strategy is a quick I'm going to say it's a rhythm strategy, I think. Okay, here we go. The Southern Border strategy is a quick, easy, rhythm-based strategy. It's pretty simple. It's 8 units per shooter, and we do it in a very specific order at a very specific level. What we're going to do is bypass the come-out roll, let a point be established. We'll say it's the 9, for example. And then you're going to have a 3-unit bet in the don't come like so. While in the don't come, that bet, as we know, is at risk. You're at risk to the 7 and the 11 in here, which is a bummer. So you can use your chips that are in your rack to protect this bet. Now I've got an extra chip here, so we have 9 total. So you can do a lay of 6 units on the 5 to win 4, protecting your 1 and actually profiting on that immediate 7 that you get here. You could choose to be on the 4 and have 6 when you back 3, or even if you want to fight it hard, go to the 6 and 8 and have your 6 units when you 5. Either way, it's not the worst thing in the world to protect that bet with this bet. Now, once that's out, here's where it begins. Let's say this thing goes to a number like the 8. Your second bet is a 2-unit don't come bet. The good thing here is that now you've got protection automatically. If the 7 comes right now, you actually win 3, you lose 2, you're up by a unit. Let's say it travels, maybe to the 5. Your third bet is going to be a 3-unit come bet. And that's the end of, shit, John. I'm speaking out loud here. I'm realizing that my chart's wrong. 3, 2, 3. There we go. Save it. Ugh, we got to start the whole damn thing all over again. All right, here we go. All right. Back to the rack we go. I'm actually going to put him out here like this time. All right, let's try it one more time. Excuse me. The Southern Border strategy is a quick, simple, rhythm-based strategy. It requires 8 units per shooter. I do have a 9th here, and I'll show you why we have that 9th one in our rack, just to protect us for one roll. Here's how it plays out. We're gonna bypass the come out roll and allow some number to be established. Let's say that it's the 9. Your first play is gonna be a 3-unit don't come bet. 3 units in the don't come. Now this bet, as we know, is at risk right now against the 7 and against the 11. So one thing you can do to protect yourself in here for this one roll is take the 6 units you have in your rack and lay the 6 or the 8 for 6 to win 5. A 7 on this first roll, actually in that case, would win you a couple of units. If you laid the 5, you'd win 4 for your 6, again, profiting a unit, and the 4 and 10, your better probability play to lay evens you out on the roll. Let's say we're okay. We can pull our lay bet down. This thing goes, let's say, the 8. Okay. Your next bet is going to be a 2-unit don't come bet. And here you've got a built-in protection. If the 7 comes on roll number 2, you win 3, you lose 2, you're up by 1. It's all good. This goes in, let's say, to the 5. Your third and final bet is going to be a 3-unit come bet. Now you're on the right side for one roll here. And again, if the 7 comes here, you win all 3 bets, which is beautiful. But the come bet made us move into the 6. And now you've got yourself set up with a couple of bets on the 7, 1 bet on a number. And again, come bets are always a good bet to make. The don't come is always a good bet to make. And all you want to do in this strategy is win 2 or 3 out of 3. And that's it. If any of 2 of these bets win, you're going to be up. Remember, you started out with 8 units. If you win these 2, you end up winning a total of 6 units, even if this one goes away. If you win these 2, you're going to win 5 units, net of 2. Win 2 out of 3, you're going to be good. That was way too long. All right, let's try it again. Good stuff, but way too long. That beginning was actually really solid. I'll never remember what I frickin' said. Here we go. Puck's got to be off. Let's get these out here. Okay, nice and tight, nice and tight, nice and tight. Here we go. The Southern Border strategy is a simple rhythm-based play that requires 8 units per shooter. Easy. Try. What did I say after that last time? Here we go. The Southern Border strategy is a simple rhythm-based play that requires 8 units per shooter. It's one of the easiest things why am I even saying that? Come on. Now you're just riffing too much. The Southern Border strategy is a simple rhythm-based play that requires 8 units per shooter. The bets we place here are going to be made in a very specific order at a very specific level with a really kind of specific goal. Let's play it out. Here's 8 units here. I have an extra one in my rack over here to protect us if we need it for one roll. Here's how it plays out. We're going to get a point established. It doesn't matter what it is. We'll bypass the come out roll, and let's say we get a 9 as our point. Our first play is going to be 3 units in the don't come. Because you're at risk for the 7 and the 11 in here, you can take your 6 units that are in your rack and lay the 6 or 8 to win 5 units, the 5 or 9 to win 4, the 4 or 10 to win 3. In all 3 cases, protecting this bet and maybe showing a tiny profit on the way. Let's say it gets set perhaps out to the 8. Now you've got a bet on the 7 against the 8, which is a strong bet. Your second play, 2 units in the don't come. You've got a built-in protection here. So you don't have to lay anything. You're going to win 3 on the 7, lose 2, your net will be up 1. But let's say that this don't come travels like it ought to. Let's say to the 4. Your third and final bet is going to be a 3-unit come bet. You switch for one roll to the right side here. And again, if the 7 comes now, you're in great shape. You win everything. You win all the bets win. Restate. You win all 3 bets. I'm going to restate that again. You'll win all 3 bets, a total of 8 units. But let's say the come bet travels into, say, the 6, And again, here you're set up. You have two good bets on the 7. If the 7 comes here, you're going to win 3, and 2 is 5 units. You'll lose this 3, but you'll be net up 2. If you win the come bet and the 8, let's say, that's 3 here and 3 here, you're going to win a total of 6, net up 3 for that shooter. So in all cases, damn it, bad math. I almost had it right. Get these ready to pay too. Okay, here we go again. One more time. We got it this time. This is gonna be the one. Let's get that puck turned off. Let's get these out here. All right, here we go. The Southern Border strategy is a really simple rhythm-based play that we make out of the don't come and the come in a very specific order at really specific levels. Let me explain it to you. We're gonna start with 8 units. I have an extra chip in the rack, which is to be used for 1 roll protection. You'll see what we're gonna do. First things first, we bypass the come out roll, let them get a point. We'll say it's the 9. First play is gonna be 3 units in the don't come. Now right here, you're at risk to the 7 and the 11. We're not gonna worry about the 11 so much, but the 7 is kind of a bear. So what you can do, if this worries you, losing this bet, we can take the 6 units in our rack and lay directly the 6 or the 8. A 6 unit lay wins you 5. The 5 or the 9, the 6 unit lay wins you 4. The 4 or the 10, the 6 unit lay wins you 3. Either way, you're covered either with a tie situation or a slight profit on the way out. Once this bet does travel though, let's say it goes to the 8, now you've got 7 protection here for your next bet, which is a 2 unit don't come bet. 7 comes here, you win 3, you lose 2, you're net up 1. But let's say that it travels to the 4. Your third and final bet will be a 3 unit come bet. And again, in this situation, ideally the 7 comes right now. You're gonna win 2 here, 3 here, and 3 here. You double everything up, you win 8 units on that deal. That's a beautiful thing. But this may travel into the 6, for example, and now you're set up. As long as 2 of your 3 bets win, you're going to be showing a profit no matter what happens, right? If these 2 bets win, let's say you knock the 8 down, you lose on the 8, but the 6 and the 4 both pay. You get paid on the 6, then they roll a 7. You're going to get paid out here 10 units. You started with 8. You're going to be net up 2 units, okay? What if instead the 7 rolls? You're going to lose your bet on the 6. You get paid again 10 units, 3 here and 2 here. You're still going to, or 5 units, you're still going to be up a net of 2. And it could be that the 4 gets knocked off and you get paid on these 2. Well, here you're going to get paid 6 total units. You're going to bring back 12 to your rack. You're net up 4 units. Not a bad little thing. Again, looking to win 2 out of 3 bets. If you decide, by the way, once your bets are all set up in here that you want to take odds and you've got extra bankroll to do it, there's no reason why you couldn't take odds on your 6, lay odds on your 4, or your 8 to get extra action. But let's let the bets get set and do their jobs first. And that's the Southern Border. Don't come, I'm coming. All right, that was pretty good. Well, 3 clap times. I do that so I can find that in the rough cut and chop things out. So there's the Southern Border kind of how to. I think it's going to be about 3 minutes when all is said and done. All right, we'll do one more here. Maybe. Let's see how much time we've got. That was 15 minutes. All right, let me go and turn the Southern Border off. And let's do Double Trouble. Okay, Double Trouble is an interesting one. This could take us a hot minute to get through. I'm going to take $60. Actually, we'll say this is a 125. I'm just going to show the basic strategy as it wins. I'll keep $125. Well, let's see. I'm going to get we'll keep $300 in the rack just to have it. so I can show it. I think I'll do this so I can show it. But I'll actually come out here with actual chips to play it out. There's going to be 50, 60. All right. Here we go. All right, this is a Double Trouble take 1. Double Trouble is a betting strategy more so than a number strategy. So the way this one works out is this. We're going to basically, I'll show it to you with the 6 and 8. We're going to get the 6 and the 8 for $60 each. What I'd like to do here is get a 2-unit bet wherever I'm going to be. In the 6 and 8 case, it'll be 2 $30 units. And what you're going to do is follow this pattern of taking the first hit and parlaying it, taking the second hit and changing your base bet to a new unit size. And the way it's going to play out on the 6 and the 8 is going to be this. We'll treat them both as a single unit together. If we get a win in here, that's going to pay $70. 60 pays 70 here. What we're going to do is take whatever we can from our winnings and press them both up as far as we can. In our case here, we're going to take them both up to $90. So you parlay your first win and bring back $10 into your rack. If this parlay wins, let's assume that it does, we'll get paid $105 because they're $90 bets. That's a collect. The parlays are always collected back to your rack straight away. Then what we do is we take our bets, and our next bet out here is going to be at a new level, which is 1 level higher, 1 unit higher than we were when we started. So we go from 60 to 90. And the progression restarts. Now let's say that the $90 bet wins. Well, again, it's going to pay $105. What we'll do with that 105 is parlay these 2 bets up as high as they can go with the money out here in front of us. Okay. In this particular case, these bets end up becoming $138. I'll do that as quickly as I can. 138. And you're going to get back 7 change. If that parlay wins, you're going to get paid $161. And we go back now to our new level. We started at 60. Our second level was 90. Our third level now will be $120. We're going to bring this down to 120. That's your new base. And all the excess comes back to your rack. So after that hit, you're going to bring back an additional $208 back to your rack. And that's the play. You hit, you parlay, you set a new base level. At the new base level, you parlay again. If that parlay wins, you set a higher base level. You keep working your base level as higher as you go. Now, the trick to this is if the 7 comes here and we lose the 120, what we come back out with is 120 on each bet. That level is now your new level. You don't go back out and start again at 60. You're going to come back out again at 120 and rock this thing from the level that you left off at. You always start where you left off, which seems like, yikes, that's a lot. But the idea here is that you start high, you parlay high, you get that second win, and you recover really quickly. That's Double Trouble. It works on the 6 and the 8. It works on the 5 and 9. You can do the 8 and the 9. It doesn't matter. In fact, I've run this exact betting progression on the lines. It works just as well on any bet you've got, as long as you consider your bet single unit. So there it is. That's Double Trouble. That's the Double Trouble parlay and progression strategy. That was, I think, a little bit long. And what I got to do here is get these. I'm going to get all this shit set up ahead of time. Let me get these things going. So we're going to have 50. There's the 60. And that weird one that goes to 1. 35, 38. I'm going to have those set up over here off camera. So so I can pull those in. That's how we're going to do that. All right, let's get this going one more time. Maybe this is better shown from the don't as I think about this. Let's actually do that. And then I'll move to 16. Okay, let's try it again. Start over from 0. I'll let the 7 show so that the don't pass people are happy. There we go. Okay. Restart. The double trouble strategy is really a betting progression strategy more. Restate. The double trouble strategy is really not a betting strategy per se. It's more of a progression that we'd like to play at different locations on the table. So what I'm going to do here is show it to you first on the line, and then I'll show you how it can work up here in the box. The line bets are simple because there's no crazy betting. Let's just take a quarter, actually 2, and we'll work the don't pass with this. Let's restate that again. The double trouble strategy is less of a betting strategy and more of a bet leveling strategy. It's kind of a way that we can look at moving our bets along, whatever the bets may be. I'm going to show it to you first from the don't pass down here, and then we can look at how we can play that up here in the box as well. So we'll start out. I usually start this out with a 2-unit bet. Whatever your units are, it doesn't matter. In this case, it's 2 greens. After your first win, you're going to get paid 2. We always parlay immediately. So your first win is a parlay. That's going to look like 4 units down here in the don't. If the parlay wins, what we do is we change our base bet. Our base bet was 2. Our base bet gets increased by 1 unit. And this all comes back to the rack. You actually bring back your initial bet plus a little bit of profit on that first parlayed win. Now, if this hits again, you're going to win 3. What do? We parlay that. Lay it all out there. It's going to be a 6-unit bet. If the 6-unit bet wins, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What do? You guessed it. We increase our base level from 3 now to 4, and all of this comes back to the rack. And here we are showing some decent profit with 4 hits. Rephrase. With 4 hits, we've nearly doubled our bankroll like so. You started out with 300, you've got 600 here and $100 on the felt. That's double trouble. It's basically a parlay, increase the base. Parlay, increase the base. Now what happens if you lose? If we lose here and this goes away, that's your new base. You don't go back to 2. You stay at the 4-unit level and work yourself up from that new base. Why? Because again, you win in parlay. If that parlay wins, that's going to pay you $200. In this case, 8 units. And right back to the rack we go. And we're back to being healthy in that single hit, right? Single hit, parlay. That's the double trouble. It works great on the line. It works great up here in the box. You can imagine the 6 and the 8 being played at 60 each, right? Taking a $70 win and parlaying that to 90. Again, treating them both together as 1 unit. When the parlay comes in, that's $105. Look where we are. We brought back $100 and our new level here is at 3 units already. When this comes in and pays 105, we take the new 105, parlay these things up. They'll end up being 138 when we parlay them up. That'll pay 161 coming back. And again, you're gonna, I think that's too much. I think it's too much up in here. I'm gonna go just 1 level here and keep that nice and quick. I think that's where it needs to be. It's just too long otherwise. Let's get these all out of the way. I'm going to restart that from just the middle piece. I think I can make that clear cut when I come in. Good Lord, there's so many chips out here. All right. Okay, rephrase from the middle. I'm going to go 5 quick claps so I can find that. All right, here we go. It works just as well up in the box as it does on the line. So let's pretend we have a 6 and the 8 at 60 bucks. And again, this is a 2-unit bet, a two $30 unit bet right here. If these happen to win, right, they win $70. So our parlay, we parlay them both. Again, we look at both of these as being a single unit. We'll parlay them both up to 70, or to 90 rather. Tiny profit of 10 on the way in. What you're looking for is the next one, which is the parlayed win, which is 105 bucks. Now, you would change your base bet from what it was, 60, to what it is now, 90. On the next parlay, if you take a hit, you parlay it up, your next base will be 120. If you win there, you parlay that up as high as you can, your next base is 150. You keep progressing those base bets up so your parlays get bigger. And again, if you lose, you stay at the level you're at. That's double trouble. You're gonna parlay and go back to a new base. Parlay, go back to a new base. And that new base brings you along the ladder, progressively adding to your bet, restate, progressively adding to your bet sizes with each win, restate, progressively adding to your bet sizes with each win so that when you're in that good section of a roll, you can hammer them. I didn't like that at all. Restate. Progressively increasing your bet sizes as you win so that you can capitalize on those clusters of good outcomes that we like to see. Okay. I think that's okay. I might need to pare some of that down. That felt long. That felt long. I think the don't pass part was great. Man, I don't know. I think that can be 3 minutes though. I'm gonna call that one. I think that's good. I think that'll fit into 3 minutes. I think. Yeesh. Let's hope so. All right, here we go. Let's hit that screen off. Let's try and do the permanent press really quick. Let's clear this out of here. I'm going to get this set up ahead of time too. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. This is going to be a permanent press. Let's get better number showing there. Permanent press, take 1. Let's do 50, 60. I'm going to get 66 ready. All right, 70 bucks in the rack. Okay, I think we're good. I don't think we can see that, can we? No, we can't. Perfect. Okay, here we go. This will be the permanent press take 1. The permanent press strategy is an inside play that basically has you leveling up the bet on every single win. You never stop, you never quit until you hit your goal. Here's how it works. Let's say we're gonna go at the smallest level that we really should, which is 66 inside. Here's 70 bucks to the dealer, 66 inside, please. Simple, it's gonna be 15 bucks each on the 5 and 9, $18 each on the 6 and 8, with of course, $4 change coming back to you. What we're gonna do is let the dice roll out. For every inside hit that we get at this first level, they're gonna pay $21. You're gonna have to drop a buck out of your rack to make this work the first time. And you're gonna say 22 inside pressure. What that's gonna have the dealer do is increase every bet by one $5 unit. The 5 and 9 go to 20, the 6 and 8 each go to 24. At this level, they're going to pay 28 bucks. Like so. There's 25, there's 28. What do you say? 22 inside pressure, rinse and repeat. They're going to give you back $6 to your rack. This is now going to press everything up, again, by 1 unit. These go to a quarter. These go to 30. When it's all cleaned up, it'll look like this. Just like that, you're at 110 inside. And again, these will pay 35 bucks. Your ask of the dealer, 22 inside pressure, and you keep on rolling until you hit some goal. We started out with 66 in this case. We're up to 110 plus 35. We have 145 on the felt right here from 66 starting point. You're up about 80 bucks roughly at this point. If your goal is 100, it's one more hit and you're out, right? If your goal is more than that, what you're going to do is start increasing your bet sizes as you go. So there's the basic low level. Restate that. I like how that last piece went. Again, this is going way too slow, I think. I'm gonna. All right, I think we're good with that. Let's get the $4 change back. All right, let's try it again. I got money all over the place here. Here we go. Permanent press again, take 2, I think it is. The permanent press, try it again. The permanent press strategy is simple, pretty effective way to press your bets up reliably. And again, this is one of these things where we're going to be on all the time. You're never going to be worrying about the puck. You're just fighting the 7 against your inside numbers. It starts out with a 70, or with a 70. Come on, idiot. Try it again. Permanent press. The permanent press strategy is, again, not so much a number targeting strategy, but a bet leveling strategy. What we're going to do is we're going to target the inside numbers there. We're going to go with a $66 to start with inside bet. So we'll give the dealer 70 bucks, ask for 66 inside. We'll get 4 change, and we're going to get set up with 15 each on the 5 and 9 and 18 each on the 6 and the 8. And all we're going to do is repeatedly press $22 inside on every hit we get. Looks like this. The first time we get a hit on any inside number, we know that that's going to pay us $21. We'll have to drop a buck out of our rack to make this work and ask for 22 inside pressure. The dealer will make the 5 and 9 look like 20, and the 6 and 8 will now look like 24 each, like so. If we get another hit at this level, they all pay $28. So here's going to be your 25, 28. Same command, please. 22 inside pressure. We'll take $6 back to the rack. Our dealer will make the 6 and 8 both look like 30. And the 5 and the 9 look like 25 each. We'll make that a little bit prettier, like so. And now you're at 110 inside. Same thing here. Now what's going to happen though, at the 110 level, you're going to get paid 35 bucks. So when you press 22 inside here, you're actually going to bring back a little extra money each time we go. The higher you go, the more excess money you bring back with each hit. And at some point, you're going to look at yourself and say, well, I'm at 130, I'm at 110 out here. I'm 35 here. I started out with 66. I'm doing pretty good. I'm over 70 bucks in profit here. This might be the time to say I'm at goal and I'm done. Okay, that's certainly a good option to follow. Now, it works great at the low level. It works even better at the higher levels. Let's say you wanted to start out with something like, I don't know, 330 inside, which looks like this. It's going to be 3 units across all the numbers here, along with a $90 6 and 8. At this level, what ends up happening is these bets pay 105, okay? You'll get 4 greens and a red. If you drop the red in from your rack, guess what happens? You're gonna press up by 110. Look how fast your bets accelerate at this level. You start with 330, you're already at 440. And your next one here, right? $100 5 and 9, that's gonna pay 140. That's 140. And your next press, again, the next 110 that goes on the inside, you're gonna actually take back 30 bucks into your rack and press the insides again by 110. And off to the races we go. This will get you to gold pretty quick. 2, 3, 4 hits in here, and you're out. That's the permanent press. You never stop pressing. You never stop pressing. You've got to press, press, press until you hit your goal, which is what you have on the felt. Okay, your goal is going to be out here all the time. Here, we're about to be at 550 on the felt, starting from 330. Quick win in a couple, 2, 3 hits. So there it is. That's the permanent press from the $66 level and the 330 level. At the black and at the green level. That was way too long. Good Lord, John. All right, let's try it again. I think I got one more of these in me before my voice goes. Let's get those reset. And over here. All right, let's do it once more. I'm going to get my $66. I'm not going to buy in this time. I'm just going to have the 66 ready because there's no need for the buy-in. That's just a waste of 30 seconds. Get my work area reset over here. 3, 3. 3, 3, and 3. Okay, here we go. Permanent press again. Like take 9 or something like that. The permanent press betting strategy is really just that. It's a bet leveling strategy. It does target the inside numbers, but the point of it is to get your bets up high, quickly, and consistently. And here's how it looks. I'll show you at 2 levels. First, at what I would call the green level, or close to the green level, it's going to be a 66 inside bet, which is 15 on the 5 and 9, and 18 each on the 6 and the 8. On the first inside hit, what you're going to do is you're going to press by 22 bucks. You're going to get paid 21. You're going to drop a buck from your rack and ask for 22 inside pressure. The dealer will take your bets like so, make your 6 and 8 look like 24, make your 5 and 9 look like 20 on that first hit. On the second hit now, we're getting paid $28. Looks like this. Here comes 28 bucks. You're going to take $6 back to your rack and again, ask for 22 inside pressure. It's going to be a rinse and repeat kind of a thing for us here. The 5 and 9 will each now go to a quarter, and the 6 and 8 will now each go to 30, like so. And just like that, in 2 hits, you're up to 110 inside. A hit in here also pays 35 bucks. Let's do the math real quick. There's 25, 30. There's 30, 35. What do we say? 22 inside pressure. This time, you're taking back $13 to your rack. You'll notice that with every hit, you're going to keep going up by 22 and taking a little bit more with you each time. Now, again, your rack's not getting huge here, but you're bringing a little bit each time. And now, here we go. Our bets are a little higher with each go. Make sure when you're doing this, you know how much you have on the felt and how much you have in your rack. You're going to get to goal quicker than you think you do because you're leveling everything up so quickly. This is definitely a quick rise and a quick out if you can do it. Works good at this level. It works even better at taller levels, right? Let's come out here with a 330 bet and take a look at this way. That's going to be 75 on the 5 and 9. This is the black level, right? 90 on the 6 and the 8. Here, you're going to get paid 105 bucks for each of these hits, right? We'll drop a nickel in the same situation, right? Look at us here. Right we go from 330 to 440. And all these bets now are instantly at the black level. Just like that, 330 to 440, and off to the races we go. These bets here will pay 140. And just like before, you're gonna take $30 back to your rack and you're gonna get, you got it, 110 inside pressure. And here we go. Once again, off to the races. Now we're at 550 on the inside. The next one will get you to 660 and then 770 and then 880. Before you know it, you'll be at your goal. This can win you 500 bucks in just a few hits. Just keep sure that you're monitoring what you have out here plus what you've got in the rack. You're gonna hit that goal quicker than you think you do on a decent inside run. That is the permanent press. You never stop pressing. You never stop pressing until you hit your goal. If you 7 out, what do? We go right back where we left off. Should have said that earlier. Damn it. All right, one more time. I gotta make sure I cover the loss. The loss piece, this has to be covered earlier. Otherwise, it makes no sense. All right, let's get. Get my work area cleaned up here so I got it right. Here's 15. All right, I'm ready. Here we go, permanent press again. The permanent press strategy is less of a betting target strategy than it is a bet leveling strategy. And here's how it works. Shit, stuttered. The permanent press is, frick. The permanent press strategy is really less of a targeting strategy and more of a bet leveling strategy. And here's simply how it works. We're gonna go ahead and target the inside numbers. We'll do a 66 inside bet to start. We'll play this at what we'll call the green level. And it looks like this. You're basically gonna press up every single hit, leveling up your bets as we go. So our first hit here on any inside number will pay 21 bucks. You'll drop 1 penny from your rack to make it 22, so you can press each of them by 1 unit. The 5 and 9 go up by a nickel each, and the 6 and 8 go up by $6 each. Like so. Now you're at 24 and 20, or 88 inside, from 66 to 88. If we get a hit in here, we're gonna go up one more time. Let's take a hit, and let's say that we get paid $28 on any one of these inside numbers, like so. Our next press, you guessed it, 22 inside. We'll take $6 back to the rack and take these, ask for $22. And again, this is going to have the 6 and 8 both going to 30 bucks, like so. Looks like this. The 5 and 9 each go to 25 bucks, and they will also color up nicely. And now you're at 110 inside in just a couple of hits. What happens if you lose here? If you lose here, this is your level. So the thing about this strategy is it does rise you up pretty quick. On a negative run, you can get hurt a little bit in here because you're fighting the 7 the whole time. But the idea again, if you go down, you come right back at 110. You level up one more time, you go down there, you come back again at that level, and you stay high so that your wins compound as they go, and you can make up ground pretty quick. This strategy works great at the higher levels as well. I'll show it to you real quick at the black level, where you've got 75 on the 5 and 9 and 90 on the 6 and the 8. That's 330 inside, and each of those pays 105 bucks. okay? You'll need a nickel from your rack, just like you did on the lower levels, but now you can press up by 110. That brings the 5 and 9 to 100 each, and the 6 and 8 will go up now to 120 each. We're at the black level, pretty short order, looks like this. And now, from 330, we get to 440. And from 440, our next hit will bring us to 550. And then 660. And again, if you go down, you lose one of those bets. Let's say you lose it at the 660 level. Your next bet out of your rack is 660. You replace back where you left off. It feels scary. It's highly volatile, but it's also highly profitable. You come back out at that level that you lost in 2 or 3 hits, you're right back where you were with profit. 3 hits at any level, and you're always back to where you were if you went down at that level. So there it is. That's the permanent press strategy. You're going to need bankroll for this. You're going to need bankroll. If you're going out with 330 inside as your starting point, you got to have at least 5K in the rack. If you're going out at 66 inside, I recommend at least 1,500 in your rack. Okay, you want a good 15 or more times your bet spread to get through this thing to survive that soft run. Not sure I like the way that ended there. So I said you're going to need bankroll. I'm going to finish that with, I'll just restate from there. Restate. You're going to need some bankroll to get through this. I recommend at least 15 times your base bet. So if you're at 330 inside, you're going to want at least 5 grand. A little more will be even better to get you through some of the rough spots. But again, it will recover quickly. If you're betting at 66 inside, I'd like to see you at least 1,500, preferably 2,000 or more to get through this strategy, even at that lower level. Again, you want to survive those long runs. It will recover, but you need bankroll to do this. This is a strategy where your bankroll is the hammer, not so much the numbers that you're picking. Ooh, I think that might have been it. I think if I stitch all that together, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let me try and summarize that really quick at the end here, and then we'll call it. No, I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that's actually, for this strategy, for this kind of video, that's what I want. I want it to be 3 minutes. That's gonna be good. I can drill it down to 3 minutes. Okay, let's call that permanent press. I'll mark it on the tape. And let's see. Wow. Okay. Oh man, that was a long session. We got it done now. I think we're good. I think we finished it out. Yeah, I appreciate you being here listening to all that mumbo jumbo, but that's how it happens. It takes me usually about 45 minutes to get one video right, and then I've got to go cut the video out over here in the editing software. These are shorter ones, so it's really 3 minutes of content, so I can knock those out, yeah, kind of quick. Let's hope that when I go to editing, that I can get the stutters out and the ums and the swearing and everything else out. I think I can make those things pretty tight. And there it is. That's going to be your vertical video, pocket craps, look at a couple of strategies. I've got about 6, 7 more of those to do still, but that was we got 3 of them in tonight. So that's good. It's Friday. It's Friday Follies. I was your folly today, right? Friday Follies with John was like watching me flail around, which is fun. So, with that said, have a good weekend. I'll see you tonight for the Friday night fight. I think it's Sideshow Gamble and Badger. I'm not sure I think Mac or Degen, Chris Degen will be dealing that match tonight. I'll be watching it. I'll be on the road with Zach. Looking forward to it though. I'll see you there. And also have a great weekend. Thanks again for being with me, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.